Welcome to the Fear and Greed Business News Afternoon Report for Friday the 13th of December 2024. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, the local share market fell to a 4-week low this morning after a week lead-in from Wall Street before making up some ground to close down nearly 0.5% to 8,296 points. For the week, the market was off about 2%. The big miners led the way lower today with Fortescue Metals Group, Rio Tinto and BHP all down sharply. The banks were mixed while the energy index outperformed. Bit of corporate news around. Westpac held its annual general meeting, the last for outgoing CEO Peter King. At the meeting, Peter King said the bank is well positioned and knows that more needs to be done to tackle climate change. South 32, the miner, fell more than 1% despite receiving the backing of Western Australia's Environment Minister to extend the life of its Worsley Alumina project. GPT fell after it said it had acquired a 50% stake in the Perrin Group, we're talking real estate investment trusts here, for just under $500 million. And Peter Holohan, the CEO of Resolute Mining, who was held hostage in Mali, is taking a leave of absence till the end of January. He certainly deserves it. We hope he's okay. Story number 2, the coalition claims its nuclear power plan will cost up to $263 billion less than Labor's renewable plans over the next 25 years, meaning cheaper power in the long run. Today, opposition leader Peter Dutton released costings on his nuclear power option, which includes 7 reactors. It was done by Frontier Economics, and it estimates that the coalition's policy will deliver net zero emissions electricity by 2050 at a cost of $331 billion. Under the coalition's model, renewable energy will still be the dominant source of power by 2050, responsible for 54% of generation in the national electricity market, but nuclear power will provide 38%. The remainder will come from storage, such as batteries and gas, according to a report in the Financial Review. Under the government's policy, about 94% of generation by 2050 would be renewable energy, with the rest to come from gas and storage. Labor's plans predict 90% of coal-fired power will have exited the system by 2034, while coal will play no long-term role in the coalition's plan either. It will need to stay operational for a few years beyond 2034 until nuclear reactors are running to keep the electricity grid working. However, the coalition's plan will use less gas than Labor's policy. A lot in that one. Story number 3, hundreds of Qantas engineers walked off the job this morning during one of the busiest times of the year after long-running wage negotiations between unions and the airline stalled. More than 500 engineers across major Australian airports began walking out from 3:30am this morning, according to AAP, and they're set to strike until tomorrow morning. The union wants a 25% pay rise over 3 years. Qantas said the strike action has had little effect on Christmas flights, but did urge customers to give themselves extra time because of the crowds. Qantas said it's offering a competitive package, including pay rises, upskilling and career progression. The strike comes after a 6-week pause in industrial action, during which the parties resolved to continue negotiations over a new enterprise agreement. Story number 4, AMP has invested $27 million in Bitcoin, the first time a major superannuation fund has purchased the asset class. It isn't a huge portion of the group's $57 billion in funds under management, but it certainly has been a lucrative investment, with the purchase occurring when the cryptocurrency was around $65,000 a unit. Today it's closer to $100,000 a unit. AMP's chief investment officer, Anna Shelley, is quoted in the media as saying it's part of the group's diversification strategy. Some small self-managed super funds hold cryptocurrencies, but not the big ones. Thus far, no other major super group has come out saying they're about to enter that market. And story number 5, financial services group Insignia Financial today received a $2.7 billion takeover bid from private equity group Bain Capital that sent its share price up 8%. It used to be known as IOOF Holdings, has a bunch of financial partners, offers superannuation products, about $288 billion worth of funds under management. The bid is a 30% premium to the closing price on Wednesday, which was ahead of media reports of the bid. That's it for the afternoon report for Friday, the 13th of December, 2024. Make sure you hit follow on the podcast. We'll be back tomorrow morning with the weekend edition of the Fear and Greed Business News. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.